So every year that I've worked in customer service was an added 3 years off my life. And when I was working in customer service, I got into the habit of looking up random 1-star Yelp reviews, sort of like a misery loves company situation. I don't know why I did this to myself. Usually the reviews just made me really angry. Anyway, here are some of the top 1-star reviews that I have read lately. This review is about the grocery store chain Shaw's. Of all the food stores I've shopped at, these are the most miserable and laziest employees I've encountered. When cashing out, they wait for you to bag your own groceries. Then they don't have the decency to say thank you. You would think with their prices, they could hire a few people with personalities. So I know when I go to the grocery store, I'm looking for my food to be bagged with personality. No, but seriously, what are they talking about? It sounds like they expect Shaw's to hold an America's Next Top Model application process just because they're a billion-dollar company. And why would the employees say thank you? Oh, thank you for shopping at the grocery store that pays me 2 cents an hour and gives me 15-minute lunch breaks. Just thank you. This next review is a Chinese food restaurant. I wanted to love Silk Road if only in sympathy of the Chinese persecution of the Uyghurs. From the limited lunch menu, we selected lamb kebabs. The 3 small skewers were pricey at $14, and nothing came with them. No side dish, no bread, no condiments. I tried to order naan on the side, but they had none, nor any other bread. I settled for a serving of generic white rice. The place is Spartan, exemplified by paper napkins, cups, and plastic bowls and forks. Sorry, but not repeatable. So this person started out with such a noble cause, but I guess even their generosity had limits. Sure, the Uyghurs are victims of human rights abuses, facing unimaginable pain and suffering and hardship in their communities, but it's also really hard to have to pay $14 for 3 small skewers. What a weird reason to go to a restaurant. Next up, we have a very sad story about a general store. Looked like a cool shop, but I didn't feel comfortable staying there longer than a couple minutes. Someone was checking out when I walked in, and as soon as they left the store, the staff absolutely ridiculed him. Literally picked apart everything this poor patron of their store did, from what he bought, to the way he stood, to the tone of his voice. I didn't feel comfortable sticking around to give them anything that they might make fun of me for, so I left as quickly as I could. Just know, if you choose to give this store your money, you're going to become the next subject of the staff's own personal cruel comedy show. Let me tell this person something. When you work in customer service, mocking the customers is all you have. It's also funny to me that this person was so scared of these minimum wage general store workers, who are also, I'm guessing, teenagers, that they physically had to leave the store. Okay, here's a review for the Boston Logan International Airport. I didn't know you could review airports on Yelp, but here we go. Just so not impressed. This terminal has really gone downhill. You can dress up a pig, but it's still a pig. All the money for renovations, and you have an empty terminal with no services to support it. Don't count on any fast service. TSA pre-check slow and rude. Food options very limited. Serious problem with staffing everywhere. I guess this is the sign of the times. The sign of what times? Did airports used to be known for their quick and reliable service? I guess when airports were first invented, maybe? How old is this guy? I love that first part too. Just not impressed. It's an airport. The next one is short and sweet, about a local burger joint. The Somerville location is closed! This place was unbelievable with great burgers and fantastic staff. I'm saddened by the closing. Why are you kicking them while they're down? You loved the place, and your parting gift is a 1-star review? No one invite this guy to my funeral. Okay, here is a review of the chain restaurant Popeyes. I totally understand that times are tough, but I just cannot wrap my head around this place expects me to eat a 12-piece chicken family meal with 2 packets of sauce. When we asked for more, we were charged 25 cents a piece. I'm sorry, I totally get it for those that are taking advantage and such, but 2 sauce for 12 pieces of chicken and no ketchup and no nothing? I really just don't get it. Check you bags, because mine never comes with sauce. 0? Nothing, not even ketchup. They are hoping that you drive off without asking for sauce. It's pretty pathetic. So this review just baffles me. I want to know who this person thinks is taking advantage of Popeyes by stealing sauce. Like, some places just charge extra for sauce. It's not a conspiracy. I mean, it's stupid, I agree, but I don't think the CEO of Popeyes is gonna read your review and change their dastardly capitalistic ways. But you keep on fighting the good fight, sister. This next review, we get a little insight into this guy's backstory, and get ready because it's a tearjerker. Food is average, service is poor. Spend your money someplace else. Sat at bar with my son to have one last meal together before he deploys, and while folks were kind enough, attention to customers was terrible. Seemed grossly understaffed, which made for our poor experience. My son's food came about 15 to 20 minutes prior to my sushi. After patiently waiting, I finally had to ask the bartender to check on my order, in which her reply was, "Sushi sometimes takes longer." Not sure how that's my problem, but whatever. She went and checked and came right over with my order, which tells me it was sitting for a while. Anyway, that caused me to shut down and stop ordering, and sadly I came hungry and thirsty. I won't be back again, as the last experience in their Westford location was just as poor. Hope this helps someone. This poor man was so upset about waiting an extra 15 minutes for his sushi that he shut down and starved himself. But he sure showed those understaffed waiters what's what, at the expense of his hunger and thirst. A local hero. Ugh. And he ends the review on such a hopeful note, trying to save some other potential customers from his sad fate. This last review is for a local dentist. If I could give a 0, I would. They haven't changed one bit. Pre-COVID, post-COVID, same-ish. At 3 p.m., appointment has turned into a 3-hour ordeal. They will never find my son again. Was a hot mess, still a hot mess. Nothing has changed but the name of this dump. What? It sounds like the dentist lost her son. And it also sounds like they'd done it before, pre-COVID. How many sons has this poor mother lost to dentistry? So anyway, that's that. There are just so many beautiful, heartbreaking stories woven into the tapestry that is Yelp.com.